Welcome back, everybody. Back in the kitchen with KP, or whether the living room. I'm not cooking anything today because not only am I the cook of the house, I'm the handyman of the house as well. So I got a broke washer that I got to deal with. So might as well get to it. It's KP the handyman today. All right, making this video. I'm having an issue with my LG washer, and it's not getting any power. You press the button, you don't get any power or anything. So it's plugged in. I checked the circuit breakers and stuff like that, and what I found out there's a PCB board under the control panel itself. It's actually attached to the back side of the actual control panel. It's like a two-piece, control unit there, and that's where all the power comes in. And I ordered the part, and when that comes in, I'll show you what that looks like. And this is the model number on it, which is the WT1101CW. And if you have that model and you just lose all power, doesn't matter. I've checked breakers, checked the breakers, changed the plugs and everything, and nothing works. There's no fuses or anything in it that blows, so you don't get that option, on this washer. And basically, this is the PC. This is the display / control panel here, and underneath it, inside this little metal cap that just kind of slips off right here. The PCB board is on the back side of that, and it's just kind of like it's just snapped together behind the actual control panel there, where all the wires and stuff are all connected. There's a bunch of plugs you got to pull out, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty simple. But basically where you get in is got a control panel up here on the top of the washer, and basically you take a screw out here. It's got a little pop tab there. You take one out, take it out, and pull out the two Phillips head screws, and then all you do is just lift the door like it is now. Lift the door, and the whole panel just slides a little bit to the left, and it comes right off, and you can just disassemble all of that. And it's just really like a cover plate that's over it that touches all these buttons. That's all your control buttons and stuff. So that's pretty much it. So like I said, I looked over the whole board, and there's no fuses. Everything is pretty much kind of glued down on all the boards. So it ain't like fuse or something that comes out. So I just went ahead and ordered another PCB board, because there's nothing. I've been through the back, looked around all through it. There's no other controls other than you got your cables that go to your you got your connections for your drive motor, which is for the basket itself. Then you got your water pump motor over there, and then you got your valves in the back for your hot and cold water. That's all controlled by this anyways. So everything's right here. Your main power comes right in through these cables to the PCB in the back, and that sends it out wherever it needs to go. So that's pretty much it right there.
3 days later.
All right, I just got the part in. Show what it looks like. All your connections are on there. All your cables and stuff plug in. So the little plugs that quick disconnects that you're gonna have to change out. Like I said, everything's pretty much soldered down. I mean, glued down, that is, with like an epoxy in there. So there's no fuses. I mean, there's a fuse there, but you can't take it out or anything. So this is the buy just an assembled unit, and it snaps. It's got these little snaps here, and then the control panel actually sits on the top of it, and it just kind of snaps together, and then it screws to the actual facing of the dryer itself. I'm back. I done reassembled the PCB and put everything back the way it was, and just power. Oh, what do you know? Got power, so it actually worked. Let's see if the function worked. Oh yeah, look at that. Outstanding. Okay, so that took care of that problem. So I'm gonna do a test run on it and make sure everything's working fine, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I just tried to do a test run on it, and apparently there's some other issue going on with the washer. The agitator, when it starts to fill up with water, and this kind of like checks it, to see um, what's the load of the like your wash load, and it's like sensing it, but it's like jerking around, and then once it starts to spin a little bit, it starts vibrating and jerking the agitator in the center. So it's something else going on with it. I'm gonna check the stator rotor underneath and see if there's any type of problem going on with that. All right, I'm back here. So I got the washer tilted back here. Kind of look underneath and show you what the stator looks like. So you can see that's the stator there, and it's got a metal shield over it and a big nut right here at the bottom that you got. It's like about a 1-inch nut there. You got to take it off to get to the stator. Stator's mounted in there, and that's all the motor wiring basically. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm not exactly sure what the issue is, but I'm gonna probably take that off and just order a new stator. The stator is probably about 180 bucks. So I'm just gonna order a new stator and see if that, fixes the problem. See what's going on there, because that's the only thing it could be, because there's nothing else there. But as far as the electronics go, all right.
1 week later.
All right, I'm back. I just got in a new stator, and this is pretty much what it looks like. There's a little sensing unit on here, and from my understanding, talking to one of the techs, sometimes the stator goes out, but sometimes the little sensing unit can go out. And like I said, this whole unit together costs like 180 bucks. But from what I see, this little sensing unit pops off. You got to get like a little screwdriver and pop the little tabs on there. It just slips right over here, and this little thing right here goes bad, and it could just like mess everything up. It like senses the load and how much detergent or something like that in the system when it's washing, and then when this thing could go out and then just make everything go haywire. So it may not even be the stator, it could just be this little sensing unit. Then when I looked up the part number for it, get a better look at it. This little part is like 19 bucks. So, I'm not sure what part it is, but, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part off and put it on the other one just to verify if it was just the problem. Okay, I disconnected the little sensor that goes on the stator, and it just pops right off. Just like I said, get a little screwdriver and put underneath these two little tabs, and it pops right off. And from my understanding, this could be the main culprit. Like I said, this part is $19. So, and then it just goes back on like this. Just snap right on. I think I got it all resolved there. I replaced that little sensor on the stator and got everything back up and running, and I was able to wash clothes. Everything worked perfect. So it worked like it's brand new. So it really wasn't the stator. I wish I could send it back, but it wasn't the stator. It was just the little sensor, the little $19 part that was on the top of that, which is probably the root cause of the power board being, circuitry blowing a fuse or whatever, because it probably wasn't operating correctly, and then overloaded the circuit and then damaged this part. And so problem solved. So if you got this type of washer and you're trying to figure it out, I'm pretty versatile on it now. So yeah, hopefully I'll help you out here if you're trying to work on it yourself or something like that. Also, in addition to fixing the washer, if you should have one of these. It's just a little brush that goes in, and you can hook it up to it. It's got like cables on it, and you can hook it up to a drill or something, and you want to clean out your vent lines for your dryer. Because, you know, this LG dryer was giving me a problem with blowing fuses. And what I found out that, you know, it was just, you know, some birds had got into the vent line and, you know, built a nest in there. I mean, it was just all kinds of, you know, lint build up in there. And when that back pressure comes in and overheats the fuses in the, you know, the temperature sensor in the dryer, it'll just pop the fuse. Fuses cost like $5 or something like that. But, you know, it happened to me twice until I got this thing, and I go in like once every like 2 months and go through there and just, you know, just clean out the system, make sure there's no lint in there. And I haven't had any problems since then. So, yeah, I just want to add that note in there as well. So there you have it, another mission complete. Now I want to get back to the food. So until my next video, y'all know me.